Hello, welcome to Hamtramck Public Television's video series. I'm Kamal Rahman, and our guest today is Muhith Mahmood, Councilman. Welcome to the show, Councilman.
Thank you, Mr. Rahman.
So let's talk about. Well, first of all, congratulations. You are on the council. You took oath, and and you already had a council session. So that's very exciting, and I'm sure for you and your family, and
most definitely.
So that's really great, and then many people that I have seen, they're also excited that there is a new face, new talent will be on the council, is on the council. So I know it's been a very interesting day today. Was the World Cup final, and many people that I watched on Facebook and everywhere, people are so excited. Some people are supporting France and Argentina and all that. So let's start with that, because you just came from there watching and with the team, I'm sure. So what is your take on this?
Thank you, Mr. Kamal. It's really great to have you guys, Sunday evening, right after the game, as you said, even though I lose. I was France.
Oh, you were going for France.
Yeah, I was on the France supporter, but it's okay. It's a game. It's a game. So that's good, though. That's good. They both teams play really well, very strong. Played, and I think whoever watched the game, everybody enjoyed. So that's the most important part. That enjoyable game. One party has to lose. There is no options.
Right.
So that was it. But I'm really great to be here with you. And please go ahead and if you have any question.
Yeah. So please tell us about yourself. I'm sure people want to know. They have seen you during the election, and then there was a right about almost a year gap, and then you were back in the scene again with the. So how did you? How the events unfolded, and then what led you to the council?
Thank you, Mr. Kamal. It's a great question. Thank you again. So election, I never gave up. I've always been living in Hamtramck. I used to live in Troy, which is true. 2021, when I decided, me and my family, I discussed with my family and my wife. That's the ultimate decision for my family that I'm going to run for city council for Hamtramck, and my wife all for it. She is very much supported. So I had a house in Hamtramck. I have a couple houses. So one of them I decided to pick as my primary residence, whichever I'm living right now. And I know I lose election in a few votes. That was 49 approximately.
It was a very close vote. Yeah.
Yes, that was a very close vote with Adam. So Adam Al-Barmaki decided to, re-resident somewhere else. It is his personal choice and personal decision, which opened up the door for me to serve the community that I was wishing for. So anything that comes to your thoughts of your that's a joyful, and I'm very happy that it gave me opportunity that I was wanted to be, and I'm all for it.
Very good. Well, we're all looking forward to it. So tell us about yourself, your journey to America, and how did everything lead up to where you are today?
So in America, I came in 1996. It's been a long time. So I am one of the lucky one when the America promoting some diversity visa from all over the world. I was the one of the winner from the diversity visa, which is called DB96 or DB2. That was calling. So I got through the interview process. You have to have your requirement. I met all those requirements, college degree and everything. I provide all the certificate. I got into the interview. I passed the interview. That's why I get easy access to the America. It's a dream country from the world.
Sure.
And that was easy access for me. God willing, I'm very happy that happened. So I was in New York a few years. I started my journey from New York, as many of us, when immigrant people come to this country, we don't know much about the Michigan, don't know much about the other cities. We hear about the big cities and always looking for. It's going to be a struggle. We all know when we come from overseas, and we look for most comfortable zone where most of our community people live. So I have a couple of my cousins, live in New York, and that's where my journey started from. I started working on the restaurant with my cousin's help. And when in between time, I went back home, I got married, and then I was looking for a place where most comfortably I can live with my family. And I happened to came to Michigan, one of my friends' wedding, and I really liked Michigan. I see the layout very comfortably for people.
Laid back lifestyle.
Yes,
Yeah.
laid back lifestyle. So that's what I picked to be in Michigan. And since then, it's been almost 2022, I believe. I moved into Michigan, and that I've been living in Michigan. I have involved with many community occasions. I've been involved with through my workplace to the local union. I've been started with them. I work with them. I still in the local union, and here I am now.
Good. So you moved in, what year was it, 2012?
2002.
2002.
2002.
Okay. So you lived at least good 6 years in
New York.
New York.
Yes.
So that's very good. And then you moved up to did different thing. I'm sure you had to find a job, and so you moved to Hamtramck.
2021. Yes.
2021. You moved to Hamtramck.
Right.
Okay. Many people that usually that migrates from usual journey is has been at least back in the 90s from Bangladesh to New York, and then they move to Michigan. Hamtramck. So many people started as Hamtramck as their springboard to Michigan.
So that's true, Mr. Kamal. So there is a small story behind this. So when I decided to come to Michigan, I came to a friend of mine, and most people knows from Hamtramck, Sultana. She worked for the bank as a manager. I think she worked in the Huntington Bank now. On her wedding, her husband is a very close friend of mine.
Okay.
So when they get married from Hamtramck, the both of them had an apartment in the Central Line. So I came after wedding again, one of my vacation time, and I was staying with them for almost a week. In the meantime, I see next door from there's their condo for sale, and they talked me into it, and that's how I purchased my first condo in Central Line. And this is how story come. Then later on, I had another house in Troy, and then I decided I was always involved in the public service, many occasions, many ways. I love it. My family. It's tradition. My father used to be a local elected official, and after he got retirement from his job. So I always wanted to be served for people, and I was always as a union steward. You have a lot to do, but I never gave up. I always in the morning time you wake up, go to the city, Detroit, represent people. Many meetings going on with the companies. I stay involved with all of those. And later on, one point, as I said, that I decided to run for, because most of our Bengali people live in Hamtramck, and I see they're struggling many ways because they are first immigrant to this country, as you said, is a kind of stopping, spot for many people. That when they comes to this country, many people come to Hamtramck, and I want to work with them. I want to work for them. Not only Bengalis, other community. I want to work for all of the people that are live in Hamtramck, and I feel like I always, even though I live in different city, but most time I spend in Hamtramck because of my friends, family, here, and that's it.
So you've been involved with different organizations about the community related. One of the reasons you ran because of the community, and you wanted to do something for the community. And different organizations. Tell us about your work in the community with different organizations.
So beside the workplace that as a union leader work with the union, I get elected. I work with the community political parties, BADC, which is Bangladesh American Democratic Caucus. I served on the caucus as president for 2 years, and before that I was vice president for the same organization. And then, as I say, I always wanted to help people. One time I was thinking about how can we help people not only here, people that are left out in back home or that I grew up with. So I created an organization called the area that I came from. This is what I named for, Gulaf Points Helping Hands USA, where we collect money and send out to the people that need it in back home. Also during the fasting months, as you know, one of the month that people fast for a whole month, and I want people get a little bit, working families get a little relief to get some help, so they don't have to work for a whole month. At least they can take some break and survive well for themselves. So those kinds of things I've been involved throughout my life.
And I know the organization has been very active in the community here, and then also sending,
Donations.
assistance donations to
Yes.
the place that it came from, which is really good. Okay, so that's kind of like what led up to you serving the community, and now that you are on the council, I know last year it was it was disappointing, and then it was heartbroken. Everybody was expecting you to make it, so you finally made it.
Right.
And so what has anything changed in Hamtramck when you ran, and what's happening now? And then there are obviously some hot button issues that will always be there. And so let's talk about the issues that you feel. Is it any different, or is the same challenges?
Well, Mr. Kamal, as you see, that was my first session. I took the oath last Tuesday, and it's always going to be hot spot, always going to, because so many issues will come out, and that's as a leader with the other council, you have to come and compromise, or you make a decision. It's not always 100% that what you want it to be, but my priority always what community want it to be. What can we do for the community as a whole? The commitment was during the election, all of us, when you ran for mayor, unfortunately was not able to make it, but I see you are a very strong candidate. We work together, and all of our commitment was how can we make bridge among the community to make Hamtramck livable for all of us, not for any particular community. So this is my goal, and this is my commitment, and I'll say it always again and again, because I want to keep my commitment, that I want to make this Hamtramck is a great place, and it's always a great place, and it's one of the city, I think, more diverse than anywhere in the USA.
Sure.
And I want to be a comfortable zone for all of us to live together and celebrate the Hamtramck.
So represent everyone's
Definitely.
interest, and listen to people. And make the best decision. So what do you bring to the council that you feel will benefit, with your being on the council? How can you help the council? What do you think would be the most important thing that you can help them with immediately?
Well, many of us know that Hamtramck is the city always struggling for finance, for their other issues. So, Mr. Kamal, that was my first session last Tuesday. I still have a lot to know about the inside, and of course I need help from people like you. You have great ideas, and I hear your ideas during the election time. We need to combine all together. We need to have more dialogue among the people. They are willing to lead the community, not only Bengali, not only Yemeni, or not only Polish, or every people that live here. We need to find out what they're looking for, and I know there's a need is always high. You can meet every demand that people are asking for, but shortly we have to work on those, and we need to prioritize what's important. Work with the city mayor, of course, city clerk, city manager, and provide the help they are needed for, because city of Hamtramck not only run by the council and mayor, it is a city manager, who runs the office, and they are
Day-to-day operations.
Day-to-day operation,
Yeah.
and we need to have more dialogue and more discussion of what he need most and what he need help for, that we can help.
So like many other cities, you will not, all the council members will not necessarily agree with on a single issue. There will be different opinion, and sometimes, it can drag issues, longer than it should be or whatnot. How would you deal with the situation that you maybe two or three council member think one way, and then, you were thinking, or, how would you deal with that, and how would you work with the council to, come up with a resolution, a solution to the problem?
Thank you, Mr. Kamal. It's a great question. It is a really tough one. And as I said, there is the issues will always come up, and always majority makes the rule. All of us know, end of the day. But my opinion is I need to be still honest, and I need to listen to the community, what they are looking for. Regardless, my vote, maybe become a loser, I can get this I can get it to the table. Maybe my proposal, my resolution doesn't pass. Doesn't mean I get upset and doesn't get along with the council. Whatever most people feel like, I'm okay with it. But before that, of course, I will try my best to express my opinion to other city councilors and see what they're looking for and what I can make adjustment, what we can edit to make the proposal better and more what is called acceptable for the community and the city hall.
So all this is going to take a lot of work, time from your personal life and everything. And I know you have a strong family support. Your family accompanies you, places that you were being supported from not just the community, but family support is very important.
Very true.
So, do you have to make adjustment in your schedule in some way? Maybe shopping trip that you may have to postpone. And what kind of adjustment are you making?
It happened always. Even today, I have a Christmas party on my workplace, and this is a potluck party. And I was supposed to be a part of it. I signed up my name, but when I get the, I always prioritize what Hamtramck happening or what Hamtramck needed from me. And I postponed. I told yesterday my manager and my coworker. Unfortunately, I'm not able to participate. But of course, my love and my heart would be you guys, but I have to be in Hamtramck for Mr. Kamal. He asked me for an interview, and I don't want to deny it. I want to take the opportunity myself, and because it's all about Hamtramck. Believe me, when you're representing a city, you cannot deny anything. This was always prioritized in every schedule that I have. And my family always is willing to work with me, my kids, my family, and mostly my community. I love the community, where community is supporting me all the way to here, and continuous love and support. I respect it. I admire to their, respect and love.
Well, Mr. Muhith Mahmood, Councilman, we certainly appreciate you making time today. It was relatively short notice, and I know with weekend very much booked up. Even before weekend comes. So we certainly appreciate you being here. I wish you good luck. Well, thank you for being here and making time for this show. Do you have anything to talk to the community? A few words.
Thank you, Mr. Kamal. I love the community. Please, I'm willing to work. I'm a work ethnic person. I'm a people person. So there's always mistake will happen, but there's always room for improvement. So anytime you see something not happening there what you want it to be, please communicate. Please ask me. I'm always available. Anytime, as you see, Mr. Kamal asked me in a short notice in 2 days. I make myself available. I always cut corner to have anything that need to be done in Hamtramck, because this is my priority, and I made the commitment to run for the city, and I have the position now, and I'm willing to work. Thank you. I appreciate that you asked for being here today.
Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for watching this show. We are on Comcast Channel 19, and also Hamtramck Public Library channel on YouTube Live. You can watch us, and also hit that like button for us, and so that you can get any update that comes up. Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. Have a good day.